Jokic in the half court is like Jordan in the finals, goddammit. You're not gonna beat him. You're just not gonna beat the half court. He is God right here. He's picking you apart. He picks you gotta speed the game up so his big ass gotta run back and forth and hopefully he can get tired.
He's not getting tired.
I know he ain't.
To me, he's Magic and Kareem on the floor at the same time.
Yeah.
He's a guard. He makes great decisions, hell of a pass. And then when he wants to be Kareem, he goes down and dominates. So he's a special player that does a lot of things.
Nikola Jokić is rapidly ascending the ranks of all-time NBA greats, surpassing legendary players with each milestone he reaches. Every accolade further solidifies his place in history, and his record-breaking stats make his legacy impossible to overlook. His ability to lead his team to success has only strengthened his case as one of the most dominant players of his era. But how do NBA legends perceive his rise? Does he truly belong among the game's all-time elite? Jokić has been at the center of many debates regarding his greatness and impact as a superstar. His unconventional style, blending size, skill, and elite playmaking, has reshaped the definition of a dominant big man. The older generation of NBA stars played in an era that emphasized athleticism and physicality, traits that Jokić does not rely on in the traditional sense. Do they respect his innovative approach, or do they see it as a departure from what made past legends great? Michael Jordan, widely considered the greatest basketball player ever, has finally spoken about Nikola Jokić. As Jokić continues to carve out his legacy with dominant performances and historic achievements, Jordan acknowledged his impact on the game in a rare statement. He praised Jokic's well-rounded skill set and court vision, saying, "The way he controls the game is something special. He's already one of the greats, and he's changing how the game is played." With Jordan's endorsement, Jokic's place among basketball's elite becomes increasingly undeniable. Larry Bird, one of the most brilliant basketball minds in history, is often compared to Jokić. Both players relied on intelligence and skill rather than pure athleticism. Their ability to break down defenses with scoring and, more importantly, visionary passing sets them apart. While Bird played as a forward and Jokić as a center, their ability to anticipate plays several steps ahead is a shared trait. Bird, known for his appreciation of high basketball IQ, has spoken highly of Jokic's unique style and dominance. It's evident that even among the NBA's most respected legends, Jokić has earned admiration for the way he has revolutionized the modern game.
Love to play against him. He's good. He's good, right? He's good. There's so many great centers over the history of our game. Man, is he good. I just hope he stays healthy and able to continue to do what he does because he is fun to watch. Probably more so than anybody in the league. It used to be that when Golden State was healthy, they were really fun to watch. Now I've switched over to Denver.
Shaquille O'Neal has never shied away from critiquing modern NBA big men. He considers himself a guardian of the big man alliance and takes pride in holding today's centers to the highest standard. Over the years, Shaq has been notoriously tough on modern bigs, often dismissing their impact compared to past legends. But when it comes to Nikola Jokić, even Shaq has to acknowledge greatness. During an appearance on The Dan Patrick Show, O'Neal openly admitted that Jokić is the best big man of this era, recognizing his dominance and unique style of play.
I look at Joker and how he plays, and this is why he's the best big man in the league.
Shaq, he's playing the best of his career. I mean, that's saying a lot.
The Joker is balling. Nothing but respect for him. I don't know if he got mad at me last year, but when I said that I think Shea deserved the MVP, but I actually hope he is mad because I love the way he's playing. Like he shoots a three and all that, but he mixes it up.
Shaq admitted that he initially underestimated Jokic's dominance after he secured another MVP award. This isn't surprising, as Shaq has built a reputation for being tough on modern centers, believing his direct criticism pushes them to improve. However, Jokić doesn't let outside noise affect him. Instead of responding with words, he continues to elevate his game, proving his greatness with every performance. For many, Jokić has already surpassed Shaq in all-time rankings. Ironically, Shaq himself highlighted why Jokić possesses a far more versatile offensive arsenal. Unlike traditional big men, Jokic can stretch the floor with elite three-point shooting, making his offensive game nearly impossible to contain. Shaq pointed out that no other center in NBA history has dominated from every area of the court like Jokic. He isn't just great, he's redefining what it means to be a dominant big man.
Just the best big man in the game.
The best player in the game.
I apologize, the best player in the game. I like him because as a big man, he's an old school big man and a new school big man. You know, I don't like 7'4" or 5" shooting threes. He has that ability, he goes to it. But when he needs to get in the post,
That's where he starts.
he goes in the post. He makes his guys great. He's going to play his way. Love the way he plays.
What makes Jokic the exception to Shaq's harsh criticisms of modern NBA centers? Unlike many big men who have moved away from traditional post play, Nikola Jokic blends old-school dominance with a modern skill set. As Shaq himself acknowledges, Jokic can overpower defenders in the low post with strength and footwork, just as Shaq did in his prime. However, Jokic also brings an unmatched versatility never seen before in a center. He can step outside and shoot like a guard, act as a playmaking hub in the post like Arvydas Sabonis in the 90s, and orchestrate dribble handoffs and screens like Domantas Sabonis in today's NBA. This unique flexibility makes Jokic a player admired by both old-school and modern fans. Shaq's legacy as one of the greatest centers in NBA history was cemented when he was brought to Los Angeles, a move orchestrated by Jerry West, the legendary executive known as the Logo. During that same period, West also took a chance on a young high school prospect named Kobe Bryant, proving his exceptional ability to evaluate talent. Given his track record, when Jerry West speaks about Nikola Jokic, it carries significant weight. West has first-hand experience with the greatest centers in history. He played with Wilt Chamberlain, battled against Bill Russell, coached Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and built the Lakers dynasty around Shaquille O'Neal. He also managed the Showtime Lakers of the 80s, which revolved around Magic Johnson, the NBA's first truly dominant, oversized playmaker. Having witnessed every evolution of basketball greatness, West's high praise for Jokic further cements his place among the all-time elite.
Jokic is a joke, okay? He's a joke. You watch him play.
Different.
And you look at him, and everyone's talking about, well, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. If you watch him around the basket, he absolutely will shoot the ball, touch it, and catch it on the other side before these guys move. That tells you how good.
Jerry West highlights the finer details of Nikola Jokic's game that casual fans might overlook. He specifically points out Jokic's touch, basketball IQ, and dexterity, traits that allow him to dominate the game without relying on sheer athleticism. Instead of leaping high for rebounds, Jokic positions himself strategically, using anticipation and skill to gain an advantage. Gilbert Arenas, known for his skepticism toward European players, has been a vocal critic of Jokic. On his podcast, he continues to echo many common arguments against the Nuggets superstar, refusing to fully embrace his dominance.
Jokic is probably, statistically, when it comes to overall game, the worst MVP winner. He's the worst MVP winner in the last 40 years. Why you say that? When you're talking about MVP, the guys outside of first and second place, their teams was first and second place. The people who won the MVP, their teams was first and second.
The first flaw in Gilbert Arenas' argument is his misunderstanding of the MVP award criteria. MVP isn't strictly about which team finishes with the highest seeding. This is evident today with teams like the Cavaliers and Celtics, whose star players may not necessarily be top-tier MVP candidates because their success is largely due to strong team construction rather than individual dominance. Meanwhile, the Denver Nuggets lack depth, yet Nikola Jokic elevates them into one of the league's most competitive teams. When he plays, they contend at the highest level. When he sits, they struggle immensely. His ability to enhance the play of those around him is precisely why he is one of the most valuable players in the league. Arenas' claim that Jokic is one of the weakest MVPs statistically is simply inaccurate. Jokic consistently puts up staggering numbers and shatters records. This take only highlights Arena's lack of attention to Jokic's performances.
Yeah, they won a championship, but they just let guys go. If you got a guy that great, you got to win some more, because he got another 5 years. When he gets older, his game going to still be fine, because he's not the most athletic brother in the world. And I'm telling you, you cannot waste this guy's prime. This guy's the best player in the world. Get greed.
Criticism about wasted talent is only brought up when discussing all-time greats. Similar concerns were raised about LeBron James during his first stint with the Cavaliers in the 2000s or Kevin Garnett with the Timberwolves. Sometimes, poor management can hinder a player's pursuit of greatness. NBA legends like Charles Barkley understand how crucial franchise leadership is in shaping a player's legacy. Joakim Noah, one of the premier defensive anchors of the 2010s, had a short yet impactful career. He was the complete opposite of Nikola Jokić, renowned for his relentless defense, but extremely limited offensively. Despite their differences, Noah deeply appreciates Jokic's offensive brilliance. As a defensive specialist, Noah also sees what many casual fans miss: Jokic's defensive value. While critics often target his defense as a weakness, one of the greatest defensive minds in NBA history is here to challenge that perception and highlight how Jokic contributes significantly on that end of the floor.